Mercury Magic. Today I'll be releasing the tutorial for a video I made 4 months ago, and I said I would do it when it crossed 100 views, which happened the other day. But when I went back to look at it, it was abysmal. You could see just about everything I was doing, so I just decided that while I'll be making a tutorial, I might as well do the performance over again, hopefully better. So, anyway, let's get to it. I'll talk more about that at the end. Alright, so I have 3 balls. Alright, the first goes in the hand. The second goes in the hand. The third goes in the pocket. And I have 3 balls. Okay, once more. The first goes in the hand. Second goes in the hand. Third goes in the pocket. And I have 3 balls. This time, I can do something a little bit different. Instead of doing it as a hand, I can do it as a fist, alright? So, first goes in the fist. Second goes right on top. Third goes in the pocket. And I have 2 balls and a coin. That's no worries. If Magic gives you coins, do coin stuff. Anyway, and what I'll be doing with this is, instead of making it disappear or anything, I'm just going to make it jump from these fingers to these fingers, alright? Nothing too fancy, just like that. The only difference is I'll be doing it as my hands are moving, alright? I mean, you can take a look at this coin, see if there's anything about it, alright? Alright, you can see that, hopefully. Anyway, so, coin in this hand, gonna go in these fingers. Alright, let's try this. As you can see, coin's now over there. And as I showed you earlier, that is a quarter, at least for those of you in the United States. You can tell what this is. If you didn't already see it, there it is again. Okay, and the coin higher of that, double its value, is a 50-cent piece. And so watch this. You see a quarter. Put him just like that, and give it a squeeze. Like this, and like that. It's a 50-cent piece. Take a look at it. You can see the coin is changed, and if you don't know what a 50-cent piece is, then at least you can tell that it's doubled in size. That's the trick. Now for the reveal. And first of all, I just want to get out of the way that doing that routine in this scenario is just a really bad idea. Alright? It's so hard to show things, like what you want to show. You want to show a ball or something, but yet not showing what you don't want them to see, right? And so it's very easy to flash, and then you just move your hand just a little bit and it goes out of camera. So I just want to say that it was really hard doing this, and I wouldn't advise anyone to film themselves doing this sort of thing in a 1 by 1 foot area. Anyway, so first of all, let's just meet all the players required for this trick. And then 3 coins, right? So kind of one more than I showed you. 1 more ball and 1 more coin. Okay, so for the first part of the balls, you're just going to have them lined up, right? Let's put these to the side for now. And your 3 balls, and the 4th one, you're going to palm in your hand like so, okay? And I can just keep it there. You're going to talk about how you have 3 balls, and so when the first goes, right, it's going to go like that. Then the second is going to come. And what you're going to try and do is, when it comes over, you're going to drop this ball down here, okay? So this is coming over, I drop it, they grab it, and then I rest it on top. So it looks like this. And you can see these 2 that went in, but you cannot see the 3rd one, okay? So just one more time. Take it, you palm it at the base of your thumb, and right over here, I'm not quite sure what you call this area. grab it with your index finger in your other hand. When the second one comes over, the pinky and the ring finger will grab that ball from the palm, drop it in there, they grab it, you rest it right above the third ball and right next to the first. So just like that. Close your hand, give it a shake. The third one, when you take this off to go in the pocket, you're just gonna palm it until you have one loaded up to go right again. Okay, and then you're gonna have 3. Then I did that one second time, and so then for the next part, after I think I did it twice, I ditched the ball and I loaded a coin up, and the coin I did it slightly differently. Just like that, I have a coin, right? You can hold your hands pretty naturally, and you're just gonna have a coin right over there in your hands, okay? This is almost even easier than the first palm I showed you. So you're just gonna pick up your coin, and I'm not even sure if I actually did it in the trick, but when you do, come right back and pick up your coin, because then that justifies why your fingers are like that. You could just have your hand like this, but this looks a little less natural, right? Because you're gonna want the coin in the ball. But if you immediately come back, pick up the coin, then say, I'm gonna do something a little different, I'm gonna make a little fist out of this, I'm gonna put it over, it just kind of justifies why your fingers are like that. So anyway, just a small tip. I'm not gonna go too much into pattern, just because my pattern isn't that good in the first place, so come up with your own, make it natural. Anyway, so when you do that, when I come over, I drop the coin, and then I just put the ball on top of it, okay? So, remember, you're gonna palm the coin, pick up the first ball, make a fist, coming over, drop the coin, put the ball on top. Second ball. It's always good to do something like this, right? So that way you really show how there's nothing, or don't say anything like there's nothing in my hand or any sort of that wording, but just doing this will just create an image that there was nothing in your hand, which is something you want to leave in the spectator's mind. So anyway, you're just going to put that one on top and then close your hand up, and then you would get rid of the third ball, right? And I did not palm anything that time. All you do is you just open it, and then you have 2, because then the second time, what I want to show is this, right? I have nothing in here and nothing in here except these. When I get rid of them, right? And then you pick this up. And there's a bunch of ways of going about this, but at some point you're going to want to palm this second coin, right? And it's good to almost have it like over there, and then you can show your fingers like this, right? And like this. And at some point you want to get that over there as discreetly as possible. And for this is very simple. All you're doing is you can have a coin like this and like that, alright? One on. And when I'm doing this part, right? All you're doing is going to drag back and push over these fingers, right? Make sure your thumb's very high where it extends beyond the quarter, and that these 2 fingers are almost pulled back a little bit, because then that you can just do that, right? And with this, it's just the opposite. Make sure your thumb's at the very end, and these are extended over, so that way you can push off. So, it's going to go like this, one simultaneous action. Once you get the right sort of finger position on it, it becomes pretty simple and easy. Don't do it too many times, okay? Don't just do it as many times as I did it right now. That's going to be pretty boring and silly looking. Just do it maybe 4 times, and then set the coin down, right? Now the reason why I set the coin down is because I need to get rid of this hand, right? And I want to palm the 50-cent piece, like that. And then I need to justify why I'm picking it up with this hand, which is the hand that has the 50-cent piece, which I was going to use. So I set it on the floor, and then I just pick it up with this hand. Right? I don't want to switch it over like this and then put it back in this hand. I mean, that makes no sense. It just can't help but create suspicion in the audience's mind. So put on the mat or whatever you're using, and then pick it up again. And over here it's another pretty simple move. Instead of doing that, I'm just going to pull back with my fingers, right? And then drop the $half. Okay? So one simultaneous movement comes over, slide this back, drop, catch it at the end of my fingers, sort of like this, right? And then just move that quickly out of sight, and then you keep this hand in view. You can bring another over, give it a shake, do whatever you want, and just make sure reveal it, huh? But once more, if you didn't see that the first time, just come over, fake it, pull it back, just like this, ditch, drop it at the end of your fingers, and then you can get rid of that hand, and then reveal it. So, that's it. It's all very simple sleight of hand. It's something I put together myself. I took a little bit from, I would say, Di Vernon, Paul Harris, and Bruce Elliott, and each of them have some contribution to this, or some idea they came up with that I'm using. Anyway, I took a little bit of it all, and I blended it together into one routine, and I added a little bit of my own touch on it. So anyway, that's about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you leave a like if you agree that this is actually Burt Lancaster on the 50 cent piece and not JFK.